Discover the surprising reason why people don't want to live in Montana. Today's video is all about why nobody wants to move to Montana, a state where humans are outnumbered by cattle by a ratio of 3-to-1. Holy cow. Talk about a moo-tant takeover. Now, you might wonder what's wrong with Montana. Mother Nature has blessed the state with wide open spaces and a diverse ecosystem. Still, ironically to Montanans, these natural blessings seem more like a curse as the state has struggled to attract new residents over the past few years. Want to know how? Watch this video until the end and you will have your answer. It's true that Montana has its natural charm, and for certain people, the state's rural lifestyle is a benefit. But before you decide to relocate, there are also some major disadvantages that can create difficulties to adjust. So, here are the top 5 reasons why people don't want to move to Montana. Number 1. Harsh climate. Grab your blanket and air conditioner at the same time because Montana's weather can't make up its mind. It's like a roller coaster ride you never booked for, but as you're already in, let's see what the ups and downs are. One of the many reasons people are hesitant to shift here is because of its chilly winters. Not only do the winters feel cold and long, but they get brutal too. The temperature ranges somewhere between -10 to -50 from early November to late March, and the state receives a significant amount of snowfall, which typically gets intense from October. Additionally, mild snowstorms and irregular avalanches are recorded in the winter, making it difficult to commute since the roads get blocked. There have been numerous slide-offs and minor crashes tracked in many regions over the past few decades, so the state releases safety tips and precautions for its residents to avoid any major accidents. And let's not forget about Montana's gusty winds. Hold on to your hats because Montana's wind is a force to be reckoned with. The state's windy season significantly peaks up in November through February and has witnessed some significant damages, including the windstorm in 2015 that damaged up to 30 power poles and caused wind-related outages. But here's the deal. Montanans have been through many harsh weather conditions, so they know how to deal with some tricky situations. And if you are considering moving to the Big Sky Country, you better come prepared with all the necessary tools to battle the weather. Number 2. Extreme wildlife. If Montana's climate is scary, then the state's wildlife is scarier. From grizzly bears to mountain lions, Montana has some dangerous creatures that are enough to make you shiver badly, even without a drop in temperature. Montana is home to some deadly predators, including rattlesnakes and wolves. And although it's improbable to encounter one, the number of attacks isn't zero. In the past 50 years, Montana has seen around 12 bear attack fatalities, and the state has alarmed its residents to take necessary precautions, especially for hikers and campers, asking them to carry bear sprays all the time. The Glacier National Park's website provides some best information about bear safety and how to avoid potential dangers. So, if you are a hiker or love to spend some time outdoors, remember that you aren't alone in the forest. Keep your distance and give those creatures the space they deserve. Trust us, it's better for both of you. Number 3. Healthcare system. Although Montana has some of the best and most hardworking healthcare workers, for those in rural areas trying to get access to the state's healthcare, the experience is like searching for a needle in a haystack. So, if you are planning to move to the Treasure State, make sure you have good healthcare insurance and a transportation facility because you never know how many hours it will take to reach the nearby hospital. And when it comes to healthcare providers such as psychiatrists and dentists, Montana has seen some shortages, which will only get worse by 2030 according to the report of National Alliance on Mental Illness, thus making it harder for people who are seeking specialized medical care. A recent health resources report has claimed that the state has 100 licensed psychiatrists and needs 70 more to meet the rising demand for mental health providers. Moreover, the major problem still remains in the physical isolation of the rural communities, which stands as a barrier to a better healthcare facility. Around 52 counties out of 56 in the Big Sky Country face limited access to primary care, where 9 of them have 0 healthcare providers. It can be a life or death situation for those suffering from chronic illnesses and can be a challenge even for elderly people and residents raising a family. While Montana has made some progress in these past few years and has addressed some of the challenges, the state has a long way to go to ensure that all of its population gets access to high-quality and affordable healthcare. Number 4. Lack of amenities and social networks. To all those social butterflies out there, if you are moving to Montana, then you better be prepared to spend most of the time by yourself because this Treasure State's social life is as sparse as a desert cactus. But don't worry, the state's fluctuating weather and the wild bears will surely keep you busy. And if you want to be a permanent resident here, start learning how to DIY because Montana's lifestyle requires a PhD in self-sufficiency. Cellular coverage can also be inconsistent, and in remote areas where it is common to face power outages, residents without any generators find it difficult to contact any help. And Montana's weather is the biggest challenge for its people is during heavy snowfall. Roads are likely to be blocked. And unless you are someone who has the benefit of working from home, roll your sleeves up and get ready to plow the snow. In extreme weather, your car battery can also freeze up. So it's better to learn some techniques and have them up your sleeves so that when it's time for survival, instead of panicking, you can remain level-headed. That being said, many shifters, especially those who come from hustling, bustling city life, prefer Montana's quiet and slow-paced lifestyle that comes with outdoor recreation opportunities which are limited in the urban areas. Number 5. High cost of living. Well, Montana is more like an expensive state instead of a treasure state, as although the Big Sky Country has no sales tax, you will find the cost of living quite expensive compared to other states in the U.S. Montana is even costlier than its neighbors, Wyoming and Nebraska, so if you're thinking that rural life doesn't come with a pretty big expense, you, my friend, are in for a surprise. With an average expenditure of $47,887 per year, Montana ranks 35th in terms of cost of living. And the major reason behind the state's high cost of living is its remote location, as Montana is pretty far away from some significant metropolitan cities, which makes it difficult to transport goods and services, resulting in the price rise. Another factor contributing to Montana's high cost of living is the housing price, which is higher than the national average. Although it depends on the location, the housing cost is much higher in cities like Missoula and Bozeman based on the rising demand. Additionally, Montana's property taxes are also high, and even the grocery and food costs are 4.6% higher than the national average. Indeed, Montana has some cities where you can enjoy affordable housing. However, you will still need to pay a hefty amount for daily services such as transportation, other utilities, healthcare, and groceries. So for those who earn something around $45,000 annually, Montana can be a beautiful state to live in. And many Montanans find the state's scenic beauty and outdoor activities worth that extra cost. The Big Sky Country may be a rugged wonderland with a peaceful lifestyle. However, living in Montana is not for the faint of heart. For those who aren't used to living a life that comes with daily challenges, Montana can be a tough nut to crack. So make sure you are ready to adjust to a new lifestyle that isn't always sunshine and rainbows. We hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think is the main reason people avoid shifting to this treasure state? Comment down below, and we will see you in our next video.